Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the Unique Thinker. Please like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, as they say. This is coming from the New York Post. This is a story from January 1st, 2020. So this is right into the new year. Happy New Year to everybody. It says Pelosi may strip all gender references from House of Representative rules. Okay. Very interesting story indeed. Proposed changes to the rules of the House of Representatives would honor all gender identities by eliminating such specific terms as mother and father, son and daughter, and aunt and uncle, instead of only gender neutral terms such as parent, child, sibling, and parent siblings would be allowed in the text of the House rules, according to the proposed changes. Um, sounds like something from a sci-fi movie, but it's real. This ain't no joke. It says the proposed changes, which also include the establishment of a House Office of Diversity and Inclusion, will be voted on after the House convenes Sunday for the new 117th Congress. Another rules change would prevent Republicans from amending a bill at the last minute, the Washington Examiner reported. Instead, such proposed changes would send the bill back to the committee, effectively killing it, the Examiner. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said that's needed so that the last minute bill changes known as the motion to recommit are no longer used to hijack the legislation for political gamesmanship. That makes no sense to me. I mean, whatever. Anyway, none of this makes any sense. This sounds like a sci-fi movie. The new rules, these people are out of touch, in my opinion. The new rules will make the House the most inclusive in history, Pelosi said, in announcing the proposed changes. But the gender neutralizing move, a nod to the transgender and non-binary community, was widely mocked on social media. As you can see, Congress really has their finger on the pulse of America, the conservative Daily Caller snarked on Twitter. This, some sort of plan to generate confusion. Yes, it is actually. It is a plan to generate confusion via obfuscation. Don't we have enough of that already in our legislation? Other changes would remove floor privileges from former House members convicted of crimes related to their House service or election, and would make it a violation of the Code of Official Conduct for a House member to employ or employee to disclose the identity of the whistleblower. House members and their employees would also be banned from disseminating manipulated media, including deepfakes. And that's the end of this story. So what's my conclusion on this? The way I look at this is quite like this, right? I understand that there is a community out there that wants to see gender neutrality or whatever, but that's a very small group in the United States, and to change the entire way the structure of coding of words is being held in the House of Representatives is nonsense. Nancy Pelosi, in other words, what I'm trying to explain is that it's not. I've been calling my mother forever, and a mother and a child will always be a mother and a child. A father will always have a daughter, and aunts will always have uncles. In other words, this is the plan of the enemy. When I say the enemy, I mean, I'm not trying to say Nancy Pelosi is the enemy. I would never say that. But what I am trying to explain is that, because I don't want to sound like I'm I want to word it plain and clear, but I want to make it known that There are entities out there that are willing to break up the American family at any cost. That's what I'm trying to explain. There's nothing to deal with gender neutrality, and it has everything with dealing with breaking up the family. And right now, the House of Representatives, I guess because of the high rate in divorces and so on and so forth, they are now, Pelosi seeing a lot of that stuff, and now she's acting to say, you know what, there is no more mothers, no more fathers, no more aunts, uncles, all of that stuff is gone. No more daughters. We don't even acknowledge that. We don't even know what that is. That's old language. And if that's all that you could come up with in a time of peril, all I could say is shame on you. And this goes to show you, I mean, if you wanted to step on God's toe, because you try to tell God that he didn't make aunts and uncles and sons and daughters. You try to tell God that and see how that works out. So, you want to keep stepping on his toes? Go right on ahead. But eventually, he gonna say, ouch. And, you know. And, so anyway, I'm on to the next video. I don't agree to any of this at all. I'm all for family. God bless anybody that has a mother or father and you love them, your aunts, your uncles, your grandfathers, your great-grandparents, and so on. This is the Democratic move of prepostery. Anybody that votes Democratic, this is your party. And this is one of the highest seats in the Democratic Party. And this is what you stand for. You stand for destroying the American family when it comes to labels. Yeah, oh, we know that aunts and uncles and mother and fathers, that's just silly what she's saying. No, it's not. You don't understand. That's the first step for the government to come into your home, and you don't have any say over your child, because your child is no longer your child. Your child is just a sibling. And when you look up the term between, or your child is just a child, he is not your son. He is no longer, that's no longer your son. That's no longer your daughter. It's not acknowledged in the court, which means that the child could speak up. It gives the children's rights to speak up and say what they want. So we as parents have to acknowledge and make sure that these children know. And shame on you if you act like your kid. I know some people quite close to me that act like their child is their friend. You know, shame on you. So you all will find out, because it's all on Jerry Springer and Maury and all of that. There's a whole bunch of people out there that don't acknowledge that they're not mothers. There's mothers that are not acting like mothers and fathers that are not acting like fathers. But I believe that that type of decisions should be in the hands and the laws of the American people, not in this not Congress, it's not the House Speaker's position to tell the American people what is the difference between a mother and a father and a child and a sibling. It's not the House of Representatives or the Speaker of the House to be able to do that. That's why that's why I tried to vote for Trump. I vote up straight Republican straight down the line, because these knuckleheads are up to some weird stuff, man. I don't get it. I'm all for family. It's always been about family. It's always going to be about family. Peace.